contractor to dig the well. And just because you couldn't tell that I didn't have running water when I came in here, as many times as I've been in here, doesn't mean that I can't take care of my kids. Yeah, yeah, my kids is clean, yeah, they dress nice, yeah, but it was a lot of people around here, thinking I had kids, gave me clothes for them. It wasn't that I bought them, it's that the community, and, what's ex-mom's name? Anyway, the son still lives up there, but the mom, she was like the community person. She made sure, like, if summertime came, she'd make sure we had fans, kids' clothes, she would just bag up
there was no AC
clothes
back then.
and just bring them over here and drop them off, and stuff like that. I had Sam, there's nobody but him and his wife, they was retired. And he would literally
they
go
lived,
to the
actually,
grocery
they lived
store,
in a brick house just
buy
right
me a
before
bunch
you
of
turn
groceries for these kids and bring them to me.
off of 313 up here.
And
there was
it
a brick
wasn't
house
because he
that sits
didn't
off
think
to
that
the,
I could
to the
feed my
left. We'll show you that
kids.
spot. That's where
He
Sam
just
lived
did
at.
it
He don't live too
because
bad.
he just wanted to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, what is interesting about what you say. So I'm a social worker. I work for DCBS. So that's one of the things, and I supervise staff and we talk about those kind of things.
Yeah.
So that's important, like kind of, what we're going around talking about. I talk a lot about family preservation because agencies like mine come in and break up families because of stuff like what you said.
Right.
So my thing that I always say to people, like if they'll come, Shantae, their lights are off, or the water is not right, or whatever, and I ask them all the time. I said, did Abraham Lincoln have electricity?
So today, right now, we're touring Meade County and looking at a couple of landmarks that are significant to Black communities here. And after that, we'll be having lunch. After which, we'll be having our symposium, where we'll have discussions about particular topics that are important to the Black community.
Salem
James
Baptist.
Charles.
And that's their
Because the 313 Joe Bracer Highway out here, that's actually named James A. Sherrill Memorial Highway. His mama was the great grand.
And then, so they built this one.
And he's buried out here. He actually died in Iraq. He's one of the guardsmen.
Show them to me.
My grandmother's actually buried out here too as well, and along with a couple cousins that died at birth.
So it's a separate white cemetery where the white folks are buried and no blacks, or just a couple of blacks?
I guess it was the end. There's been a lot of blacks in this county, so there's probably some buried that we don't know about.
So that's like in my hometown, that's kind of how it is. Like you have Cave Springs Cemetery, that's where all the Black people are buried.
Yeah.
And then you have, don't give me the name, but the white cemetery.
Yeah, and actually, you know what, to be honest, I've never really thought about what cemetery I wanted to be laid at, to be honest.
I never thought about that either, really.
Like I said, as much as I like to be out here, I'm kind of free spirit too. I'm thinking about donating my body. Yeah, he passed away from EOD 05.
Oh, so he was my age then.
Yep, he's all right. I grew up with James. James played football.
He died in a car wreck?
Improvised explosive device in Iraq. He was in his Humvee.
Oh, he died in Iraq?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. He was over there.
Oh, it says right there, Purple.
Yeah. He actually raised one of his daughters. He passed away in 2005 of an improvised explosive device in Iraq. They were on their way. It was a convoy, and it just so happened that that's the one that it went off on, because there's about 6-7 trucks that went through prior to his, and it was just kind of like, I guess God's calling him home.
He was by himself?
Huh?
He was by himself?
No, but he was doing this, suffered the severe damage. Like it took off a good portion of it.
So they brought his body back here?
Yeah, we had that memorial service. The governor came in, the governor.
So one day, the lady that lived down that creek, she lived down that creek, had been living down there for years before I ever moved here. And she came up one day and she said, I'm mad at you. And I said, mad at me for what? What have I done? She said, here you are, you done come down here and said, you done got your water and everything put in, and I'm still down there just living like I'm living. I'm like, well, I wanted to tell her, well, that's your fault.
You know, get out there and dig, huh?
You know, because your husband working Fort Knox. You done stuff. The reason why you ain't got what you got is because you didn't want it. Okay, the Freedom Statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this at?
Down by the river.
Down by the river.
We'll take you to that tour and put this on there.
That is, Maddie Mac got that done. And matter of fact, we had collected more money than we needed to, but the white folks got us the little one and kept the rest of the money. But anyway, that represents the that's where the slaves crossed the river.
There was a ferry there.
Yeah.
So
Back in
the Underground Railroad is actually like really for real, like
It comes through McCAMISH.
It goes over to Indiana.
Because there was actually part of the Civil War
Part of
fought
the-
right across the
part of
bridge
Otter
in
Creek-
southern Indiana.
that's what I was trying to tell you, bro.
Otter Creek-
That's what I was trying to tell you, bro. Like this is like this town is like the if you go over to Westport, that is like that was like the hub, man. It's like
Otter Creek Park.
yeah.
Right now we are driving down Shoemate, coming up on, actually, at one point in time, all this was black home.
This is black. Well, this is still black home. The girl can still own this.
And right here, starts
Right here. Yep.
On
The
this
lady
side.
that used to help me live right there, it was a house right there. And she used to bring me all kinds of stuff for them all the time. And that's a black family. He was my husband's stepbrother. This is Earl Alexander.
So there was nice homes. I just don't understand why do they act like Zion was like the.
Oh, well, we got the family.
They said like it was the only last place that people could dwell.
Actually, Zion started when one of the Rogers sisters.
And this is
all black, and all the way back up in there. Carol Lou's back up in there. They black people too. This used to be a part of Earl's farm, but he sold it.
He sold it off. Yeah.
If people want to get involved, what can they do?
Right now, they can show up to the Red Room Lounge tonight at 5, between 5 and 9. We'll have free food, or finger foods rather, along with those conversations about social justice, about organizing, about history, about education, social capital, entrepreneurship, etc. Anything that people want to come out and talk about. We'll also be featuring a couple of local business owners, and local politicians also going to come out. So that's what people should do if they want to get involved.